I'm Phil Temple. I'm the Managing Director of Shaker To Go. Basically, we produce and manufacture batch productions of shaker doors for developers and tradesmen. Being a sole trader before, I had a small workshop, was doing all the work from start to finish. It's a bit of a difficult game to stay in. You're only worth your client base and your goodwill. So I was looking for a product, so we came up with the shaker door products and raw materials and products for the tradesmen to take away and still make money on as an end user. Well, I started with a rail saw. I had nothing else, and that's basically all I could afford to do, straight cuts, and started making the doors using that. And I had a small router table. Then I made some money through the doors and then moved on to a table saw, which is probably 1 metre by 1 metre, with a really small sliding table that was quite wobbly and uncalibrated. So I kind of did a bit of fettling all the time with what we cut. Just started with minimal cash flow, buying cheap old tools that could make money for me to buy the newer, better tools and more calibrated equipment. Our first introduction to Felder was we were looking for an extractor, so just behind me there's an AF22 extractor, so we thought we'd move up to something semi-professional that was kind of portable as well. So that was the introduction, and then we met Neil from Felder, who came down to talk to us about what else he could do for us. And what we were looking for was something that would create a straight line cut without any issues. So this machine here, it's a Kappa 550 E-Motion. It's got an automated rip fence, extra long sliding table. It's got a lot of programming functionality and CNC equipped. So in the future, if we want to expand and move into different kind of sectors where we do more complicated components, the facility's there for us. We do a lot of rips for our doors, we cut a lot of components, and what it's going to allow us to do is just be quicker, and we've noticed that already. We've only had it in a few months, and been able to adjust for different jobs. We run a different cutting list for every job. Every door style, size is different, so just literally at the press of a button we can just pull the material back off, change the size, does it itself, and then we rip the next lot and it's good to go. So it's sped us up in that way, and having it calibrated from the start and also keeping that calibration under check means we can kind of rely on something. It takes a bit of stress away from the user, so that's what we wanted. What we were looking for was a company that we could expand with, where we've got machines with different companies and we've had to try and get some technical service help. It's been a lot more long-winded and unreliable. And then the Felder Kappa range was something I'd seen. I knew it was quite young. Doing the sort of due diligence on the company, we found that they had a good customer service base in the UK, which was sort of an instant access to their offices. But we found that the great thing was contactability, and everyone was kind of accountable for what they've said and their actions, and if we've ever had any issues, it's always been dealt with immediately. We've had a lot of advice, and that's what we wanted. So in the future, when we're looking to expand into other machines, we kind of already know where we're going to go.